Hey everyone, I have now been camping here for quite a couple of days, and today is the first day the sun has actually come out. It's been kind of miserable and overcast and rain and fog, but at the same time it's been absolutely amazing. There's just so much to see here, and one thing is very hard to even want to do some landscape photos here because of all the wildlife. There's just so much action, there's so many things happening. There's eagles flying past, there's puffins, there's just so many things, but it is absolutely beautiful here, and I do need to get that in. I need to get in the landscape here. It's just so stunning. The only thing that's a little bit hard now is that the sunlight is quite high and it's quite harsh, but I will find a few spots here that I can get while I'm around the camp. But later on we will be heading up to the top of the mountain on the other side, and we will be there for quite a long time, and we will get sunset in. Yeah, let me just see how this day goes, but I think there'll be some really cool shots to come out of this. For my first shot here, there's this water just running down the side of the mountain in this kind of little valley here. And I thought it could be quite interesting, but I think maybe something from the opposite end might be even better. But I just like the way it just goes out into the sea. There's just a lot more color with this kind of composition, and that's actually what I like about it. The only thing, because where the sun is at the moment, that side is being lit up really brightly, and then this side is quite dark. So I've actually set my camera up to focus quite low against where the water's going, and then just out towards the back there. But because of the way the light is, I've put on a ND graduated filter. But this is a little bit different to what I would normally use. Normally I would go for like a square filter, but this is a rotating circular one, which it makes it a little bit easier. The company that I got it from is a company called Zomi, and it's a little bit more affordable, plus it's really easy to use, and it does get the job done. So it at least is helping with getting my exposure correct, which is a really good thing in this situation. So I'm shooting this at 1/4 of a second and f/20, and I have my ISO down to 80. The only thing with the ND Grad, it does work, but it's not dark enough for really bright situations. So I would suggest, if you're going to get one, then go for something a little bit darker. But it helps a little bit, at least it has toned things down, and it means I do get my shadows in the right exposure. But yeah, let's see how the shot turns out. Hopefully it'll look pretty good. Okay, so I just came a little bit further down. There's kind of a little bit of a higher waterfall drop here, which is really nice. And you're getting this little bit of a mist coming through the sunlight on the side. And the way the light is hitting on the rocks here is a lot better. So I think this composition will work out much nicer. Just, there's a lot more shadows, there's a lot more contrast. The color, there's not so much color, but it does work. So I think I will still keep this in color. But it seems to be quite a nice composition as it is. And having the filter on right now really does help, because I'm able to cut a lot of that light out in the background there. So I'm actually able to shoot this down at 1/8 of a second, and I got it at f9. So it's not, it's at quite a good f-stop, which is really helpful. And it will give you a lot of detail running through the whole image, which is really nice. So yeah, this is definitely a better one compared to the first one I took. So yeah, let me just take a couple of shots and see how this works out. I think this will be quite a nice one. I've just come up to the top of this hill here, so I was down there where the waterfall is, I just love these mountains in the background here now, and I'm trying to get an image with that in and include the foreground, so I want this bit of mountain in as well. And because the sky is pretty clear at the moment, there's clouds on those mountains, so what I'm going to do is kind of use those mountains as the sky. So they'll basically on the top layer of the photo, and then you'll have the sea, and obviously I can't do so much by that. I mean, I could drop a little bit lower, but with the way I'm trying to get everything in, this is the best way to do it. So I'll get this bit of land in here at the bottom, get some of the sea in, and have that background in as basically my sky. So I'm doing a landscape shot here. It's pretty simple setup. I have it set at f10 and 1/50th of a second. So that ND grad is really helping with this because it's bringing back some of those colors and the contrast in the background. Because right now the background looks really faded out because of the strong sun. But because of the gaps and everything in this bit of mountain here at the bottom, there's some nice shadows and stuff which are just helping to add a little bit more depth to the image. But I think it will turn out quite nicely. The only problem I have is that the tripod is in the shot because I'm getting shadow on the ground there. So even I need to basically go out of the shot. So I've had to set it at a 10-second timer and basically run away and let the photo get taken like that. But I think it's quite nice as it is. In the meantime, I forgot to mention this episode is sponsored by Skyloom, so I'm using Luminar 3 to edit my photos, and if you guys would like to try it out, you have a trial period on it for 30 days, or you can buy it and use the coupon code CJamesPhoto and get $10 off of the purchase. But otherwise, yeah, we're gonna make our way up there and we'll see what kind of compositions I find. But yeah, I think it's going to be pretty cool because on the other side of that it's just a complete drop. There's just a cliff at 250 meters high, and yeah, I think it can make some extremely amazing images if the light is right. So the sun is quite high at the moment, but we will be up there for a while, so we will be getting some sunset shots. So we just have to see how this turns out, but I think, yeah, I really think this is going to turn out to be pretty cool. Alright, so I've made it to the top of this mountain here. It's quite windy and it's pretty cold, but the view up here is absolutely stunning. And the sun is quite low now. It's not too high, but it is still a little bit high for getting that really nice golden light. But this background is just, it's so beautiful. There's just crystal clear water, or not crystal clear water, but crystal blue water, and you got these deep clouds going over the mountains in the background, and there's also mist every now and then that just passes through here. It looks absolutely stunning. So it's just, it has this real element of this drama and this, oh, this just beautiful light. So I think I'm actually going to go for a pano shot here. I think a panorama would work really nicely for this. And I think I'm going to go quite high on the detail as well. So probably something along the lines of f10. But yeah, this is so good. This is so really nice. If the light does change and I start getting golden tones on the mountains in the background, then I'll most likely take another shot and that's the one you'll see. But I think even right now this is really nice. So yeah, let's check this shot out. this spot here is pretty stunning with the way the light in. You got some really nice glow just hitting in on the cliffside here, and then you got this nice dark bit of cliff on the other side. This just looks so cool. So yeah, and at the moment there's a lot of puffins and razorbill flying around, so I'm not sure if I'll get those in the shot, but it'll be pretty interesting if I can. But I think this will create a beautiful image. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go for probably around f9 on this, and one 1/25th of a second. Yeah, this is gonna be so cool. I'm really looking forward to seeing this image myself. Absolutely amazing. The sun is going down on that side, and right now the moon is coming up behind that mountain. So I really need to get a shot of this, and it's absolutely stunning right now because the glow from the sun is just hitting that mountain, so you're getting these nice pink glows on it, and then the vibrancy of the moon just coming up. Oh gosh, this is so cool. I just have to get a shot of this. I'm obviously using my 300mm here with the Canon 7D. And I'm going with 2,000th of a second, ISO 800 and f5.6. So I hope you've all enjoyed this episode. I've tried to fit as much as I can into it, but it's not always easy. I have had so much to do here. There's just so many things to see right now. Even I have puffins and razorbill behind me. This place is absolutely beautiful. There's things happening all the time. There's eagles flying around, and there's just some stunning landscapes. There's just so much to capture, and it's really hard to put it all into one video. Yeah, I'm gonna be leaving this location tomorrow, so I'm gonna be going to another spot. So what I'll do is I'll leave off with some photos I've taken while I've been here and put that at the end of this video. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I certainly have. It's absolutely stunning here. But anyway, I'll see you all in the next one. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and yeah, goodbye for now.